Do you actually need a big group of friends to survive? Most people will say yes. I don't think that's true anymore. Because for most of my life, I had people around me. But still, I felt like I was performing. So the real question is, are you lonely or are you just done pretending? Here's the belief that I'm challenging today. You need a big group of friends to be happy. Especially as an Indian living overseas, I hear this line all the time. Don't you get lonely? Have you made friends? And if your circle is small, you start thinking that something is wrong with you. I thought that too, until I realized the number is not the problem. When I was younger in India, I had a lot of friends, or at least I thought I did. Looking back, most of them were just people who I knew back then and were just around. We all make friends very easily when we are young. We ignore things that later in life usually become non negotiables. Having a bigger group has its advantages too. The bigger the group, the more secure you feel. Back in school, boys with bigger groups felt stronger when fights broke out. Being part of the group gave you an edge. You always had backup. Until I saw my big group of friends shrink. And then I moved to Australia. And here's what's interesting: the pattern repeated. New country, no one knew me, and suddenly the sense of connection felt urgent. You say yes to everything, you meet everyone, you build a new circle very quickly because loneliness feels dangerous. And for a while, it works. Barbecues, Saturday night parties, and clubs, and get togethers. But then the same thing starts happening again. Slowly, quietly, the group shrinks. This is what no one tells you. Aging acts like a funnel. It doesn't matter what part of the world you live in. Groups don't stay groups. They break. They narrow down. People drift apart. And you start noticing something uncomfortable. Some friendships only existed because you both were lonely, not because that you belong together. And when those friendships fall away, you're left asking, what is wrong with me? But here's the thing, there's nothing wrong with you. This is how it is everywhere in the world. This is what growing up usually looks like. For a long time, I used to feel bad whenever I used to see a person's face who I used to be friends with on social media or something, who I was close to back then, but now all that remains between us is just silence. Part of it is my fault because I never had the confidence to confront the problems I had with people. I always avoided conflict. I let things fade rather than address them. And part of it is that some people only wanted me around for amusement. I was mere entertainment to them, not a friend. And once I stopped performing that role, there was nothing left to say. But here's what changed for me. Maybe you didn't lose people. Maybe you lost the need to perform. Because maintaining a big circle is work. You have to adjust yourself according to who you're with. You stay available, you keep things going, and if you enjoy that, great. But if you're doing it because you're afraid of being the one with no friends, that's not connection. That's loneliness with better optics. Here's what I realized: you don't need a big group of friends. You need one real conversation, one person you can speak to without filter. No performance, no image. Could be your friend, your partner, or even your sibling. And even if you don't have that, there's still one person left: you. Most people avoid themselves. They stay busy, distracted, keep scrolling, surrounded. Because sitting alone feels uncomfortable. And when you learn to sit with yourself honestly, something changes. The silence stops feeling empty and it starts feeling peaceful. So, this belief that you need a big group of friends is not about friendship, it's about fear. The fear of being alone is dangerous. But being alone isn't the problem, being fake is. So, ask yourself, are you actually alone or are you just done pretending? Because if you can be real, even with one person or even with yourself, you're not alone. You're free. If this resonated, let me know in the comments. And if you think that I'm wrong, even better. Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.